Shalom. I'm Ezra Solomon. You're speaking words that keep you weak, and you don't even realize it. The ancient Jews understood something about declarations that modern culture has forgotten. Your words don't just describe reality, they create your internal world. Today I'm teaching you the discipline of Hebrew declarations that build strength instead of reinforcing weakness. Let me be direct with you. Modern positive affirmations are making you softer, not stronger. I know that's not what you want to hear, but it's the truth you need. You stand in front of your mirror saying, I am wealthy, I am confident, I am successful, while your bank account is empty, your hands are shaking, and you haven't accomplished anything meaningful in months, and you wonder why nothing changes. You wonder why these affirmations feel hollow. His words to me, Ezra, I thought declarations were about lying to myself to feel better. I learned they're about speaking the truth of what I'm constructing through daily discipline. That's the lesson. Your declarations either reinforce victim identity or builder identity. You either speak weakness or you speak construction. Hebrew wisdom teaches that dibur, speech, shapes ma'aseh, action, which builds midot, character. Your words matter, not because they're magic, but because they create the mental framework that drives your daily choices. The second Hebrew declaration you need is bitachon. This word means trust, inner security, confidence that's grounded in something real, not wishful thinking. Here's the modern mistake. People declare, I am confident when they have no competence. They say, I trust myself when they've broken every promise they've made to themselves for the last 6 months. And they wonder why the words feel empty. The Hebrew approach is different. I am building bitachon through disciplined action. In Deuteronomy, trust in God comes from seeing His faithfulness through your own obedience to His principles. Let me translate that for modern application. Confidence comes from seeing your own faithfulness to your discipline practices. You can't trust yourself if you consistently betray yourself. Self-trust builds through keeping promises to yourself. Every time you say you'll do something and then do it, you add one brick to your foundation of inner security. Every time you say you'll do something and don't, you remove a brick. This is why the declaration matters. I build bitachon by doing what I said I would do. Notice the structure. You're not declaring the end state, I am confident. You're declaring the process, I am building confidence through specific actions. This shifts your focus from feeling to practice, from emotion to principle. Modern self-help tells you to fake it till you make it. I'm telling you to build it through daily proof. There's a massive difference. The objection I always hear is this, but Ezra, I've failed before. I've broken promises to myself. How can I declare I'm building security when I have a history of weakness? Let me address that directly. Past failure is exactly why you need this declaration. You're not denying your failures. You're declaring the rebuilding process. Every day you keep your word to yourself is evidence that you're different now. The Musa tradition teaches Cheshbon Hanefesh, accounting of the soul. Every night you review your day. You track your character growth. You count the promises kept and broken. Here's your practical application. Every evening, review 3 promises you kept to yourself that day. Then speak the declaration, I am building bitachon. Today I kept my word to myself. This compounds. Each kept promise adds credibility to your self-trust. Over weeks and months, you build an internal fortress of confidence that's based on evidence, not fantasy. Research on self-concordance shows that internal trust correlates directly with behavioral consistency. The more you do what you say, the more you trust yourself. The more you trust yourself, the stronger you become. Here's the hard truth. You can't declare confidence and then scroll social media for 3 hours. The actions must match the words. Let me give you the complete systematic approach. 5 Hebrew declarations for daily character building. This is the practical framework you can start tomorrow. Declaration 1. Morning. I am building Gevura, strength through discipline. The moment you wake up, before checking your phone, speak these words. Then immediately do one hard thing before allowing yourself any comfort. Cold shower, difficult task, the workout you've been avoiding. Action must follow within 60 seconds. Declaration 2, midday. I am building emet, truth and clarity. Speak this around noon, then take one specific action. Speak one difficult truth you've been avoiding. Tell your boss about the project delay. Tell your spouse about the money problem. Tell yourself the truth about your lack of discipline. Whatever truth you've been hiding, speak it today. Declaration 3, afternoon. I am building bitachon, inner security through kept promises. Speak this around 3 p.m. Then review. What specific promise to yourself will you keep today? Make it concrete, make it measurable. Then keep it before the day ends. Declaration 4, evening. I am building kavod, honor and self-respect. Speak this before dinner. Then review your day. Where did you act with principle? Where did you compromise your character? Where did you choose discipline over comfort? This isn't about feeling good, it's about honest assessment. Declaration 5, night. I am building tomorrow through today's discipline. Before sleep, speak this final declaration. Then set tomorrow's non-negotiable commitment. Write it down. Be specific. This bridges your discipline from today into tomorrow. Notice the pattern. Each declaration requires immediate disciplined action. This isn't magical thinking, it's behavioral psychology wrapped in ancient wisdom. The Torah principle at work is Na'aseh v'nishma, we will do and we will understand. Action precedes understanding. You don't wait to understand discipline before practicing it. You practice discipline and understanding follows. Why 5 declarations? Because it creates multiple daily checkpoints for character assessment. You're not just declaring something once and hoping it sticks. You're reinforcing the discipline framework throughout your entire day. I know what you're thinking. This sounds like a lot of work, Ezra. Yes, that's exactly why it works. Discipline isn't convenient. Character building isn't comfortable. If you wanted easy, you'd still be lying to yourself with soft affirmations. Here's your implementation strategy. Start with one declaration for 1 week. Master it. Then add the second. Build progressively. By week 5, all 5 declarations become natural rhythm. Track it in a journal. Write each declaration and the corresponding action you took. The data doesn't lie about your discipline. Let me tell you about Rachel. 28 years old, successful marketing executive, came to me completely exhausted and anxious, high functioning on the outside, falling apart internally. Her internal dialogue was constant catastrophizing. Every morning started with worry. Every project at work triggered predictions of disaster. Every relationship conversation became an imagined ending. The specific pattern, she'd wake up and immediately declare disaster. This is going to be a terrible day. I'm going to mess up this presentation. He's probably going to leave me. On and on. Automatic negative declarations that she didn't even realize she was choosing. The result was predictable, self-fulfilling prophecy. Her expectations shaped her experience. She'd go into meetings already defeated. She'd approach her relationship already defensive. Her declarations created her reality. I asked her one question. What are you building with these words? She'd never considered it. The words felt automatic, not chosen, like her thoughts were just happening to her rather than being constructed by her. I gave her a challenge. Replace one negative declaration daily with a building declaration, just one. Start there. Her skepticism was immediate. But what if I'm just lying to myself? What if something bad really is going to happen? I told her the truth. You're already lying to yourself. Your anxious predictions aren't reality. They're fear disguised as realism. You're not predicting the future, you're creating it. I taught her the morning declaration of Emuna, faith and steadiness. I am building Emuna. I am building steadiness through disciplined response. Week 1 was brutal. The words felt forced and fake. Her anxiety still dominated. Every cell in her body wanted to return to catastrophic predictions because at least those felt familiar. Week 2, she started noticing the mental warfare. Old patterns fighting new declarations. This is exactly what the Talmud describes. Yetzer Hara versus Yetzer Hatov. Your inclination toward comfort and fear versus your inclination toward growth and strength. By month 1, something shifted. The declarations created mental space between stimulus and response. Bad news at work didn't automatically trigger spiral. Relationship tension didn't immediately become catastrophe. Month 4, different internal world entirely. Not because her circumstances changed, same job, same relationship, same life challenges, but her spoken commitments changed her behavioral responses. Her testimony to me, Ezra, I'm still me, same person, same job, but I'm building a different character through different words and different actions. This is the ancient Jewish wisdom. You can't think your way into discipline, but you can declare and act your way into new thinking. Behavior change precedes mental change. Let me confront the resistance you're feeling right now, because I know you have objections. Let's address them directly. First objection: this sounds too religious for me. I'm not Jewish. This doesn't apply. Here's my response. Strip away the religious context if you want. The psychological principles remain universal. These are Hebrew words for character-building truths that work for anyone. Discipline, truth, strength, honor, these aren't Jewish concepts, they're human necessities. You don't need to believe in God to benefit from building Gevura. You just need to want to be stronger. Second objection: what if I declare these things and still fail? What if I break my promises? Let me address this head on. You will fail. That's guaranteed. You will declare, I am building discipline, and then act undisciplined. You will promise yourself something and break it. This will happen. But here's what you're missing. The point isn't perfection, it's direction and recovery speed. When you fail, not if, when, the declaration becomes your anchor back to principle. You don't abandon the framework because you stumbled. You use the framework to rebuild faster. I am building Gevura doesn't mean you never break. It means you rebuild daily. Third objection: this just seems like positive thinking with Hebrew words. What's actually different? Let me destroy this comparison completely. Positive thinking says, feel good about yourself regardless of your actions. Hebrew declarations say, build yourself through disciplined action. These are opposite approaches. Positive thinking is emotion-based comfort. Hebrew declarations are principle-based construction. One lets you stay weak while feeling good. The other forces you to become strong through uncomfortable action. Fourth objection: I've tried changing my self-talk before, and it didn't work. The reason it failed: you tried changing thoughts without changing actions. You tried to think differently without building differently. Hebrew declarations work because they demand immediate behavioral follow-through. You can't just say, I am building strength. You must then do the strong thing within 60 seconds. The words and the action are inseparable. Fifth objection: how long before I see results? Wrong question. That's outcome thinking, not process thinking. Right question: am I more disciplined today than yesterday? Results are the byproduct of character building, not the goal. From my psychology training, Focus on process metrics, daily disciplines kept, not outcome metrics like how you feel. Here's the hard truth. This practice will make you uncomfortable. You'll feel resistance every morning. That discomfort is the signal that you're building something real. Comfortable declarations keep you weak. Challenging declarations forge strength through daily discipline. Let me bring this together. Your declarations shape your identity. Your identity drives your behavior. You've been speaking words that reinforce weakness without even realizing it. Starting tomorrow, you're going to speak words that build strength through discipline. Here are your 3 immediate action steps. Step 1. Tomorrow morning, before anything else, speak this declaration: I am building Gevura. Then within 60 seconds, do one hard thing: cold shower, difficult conversation, the workout you've been avoiding, whatever requires real strength. The action must immediately follow the words. Step 2. Write all 5 Hebrew declarations on paper and place them where you'll see them throughout your day. Gevura, strength; emet, truth; bitachon, inner security; kavod, honor; emuna, steadiness. These become your daily checkpoints for character building. Step 3. Tonight start Cheshbon Hanefesh, accounting of your soul. Write 3 promises you kept to yourself today, 3 you broke, 3 for tomorrow. This isn't comfortable journaling about your feelings. This is disciplined character inventory with brutal honesty. The 30-day commitment. Practice these 5 daily declarations with immediate action for 1 month. Track your consistency in a journal. The data doesn't lie about your discipline. Now tell me in the comments, what's the one declaration you're committing to start tomorrow? What's the specific disciplined action you'll pair with it? I want to see your commitment in writing. When you declare publicly, you strengthen internal resolve. This creates accountability. If this challenged your comfortable patterns and you want more ancient wisdom for modern discipline, subscribe now. Next week, I'm teaching the Talmudic framework for mental clarity, how to think with precision and act with purpose. It's going to challenge everything modern culture teaches about multitasking and distraction. You'll learn the ancient practice of focused thought that builds decisive action. Final challenge. You have a choice right now. Keep speaking the same weak declarations that have kept you stuck for months or years, or start speaking truth that builds character through daily discipline. The ancient Jews survived and thrived through millennia of hardship because they understood this principle. Words create worlds, but only when backed by disciplined action. Your declarations either build you or break you. There's no neutral ground. Start building tomorrow. Do the hard thing. Keep your word to yourself. Track your discipline honestly. This is how you transform from the inside out. Shalom.